Welcome back, Devil Sniper here. This is FIFA 13, old school career mode. Stick your FIFA 14. This is the Hammers. This is a biblical side. We're in the FA Cup semi-final against Manchester United. What a game we have in prospect. But before we get into that, just in case you don't follow me on Twitter, you may have missed out on this information. I was going to reintroduce the Daily Jaffa into this episode. I had the whole story plan lined out. I'd done all the editing. I watched the episode about 5 or 6 times and I was like, do you know what? No, it doesn't work. So I've taken the Daily Jaffa out and I'm going to make its own little episode, a little spin-off episode to reintroduce it, essentially. So the Daily Jaffa will be back and I'm going to reintroduce it in a separate episode. I just didn't like the way that the episode flowed. It didn't feel correct, it didn't feel right. And perhaps I may not deliver the best quality and the best content in the world, but if I'm not happy with it, I'm not delivering it. So hopefully you'll still love this episode, and hopefully you'll love the spin-off, but the spin-off will give you such insight to what we're going to be doing. Yes, I said what we are going to be doing. You guys are going to be playing a major part in it. I can't tell you what it is. You'll work it out when you see the spin-off. We're going to have a major part in FIFA 15. It's going to be sensational. It's going to be bloody biblical. It's going to be audacious. But before my head explodes with absolute excitement, Captain Filippo Bonaperti standing next to Tasic on the halfway line. Who would win the toss? It looks like Filippo won the toss. He's keeping this end. If he switches it round, we would be shooting against our own fans. So we're defending against our support. So that should be sensational. As you know, if we do make the FA Cup final, Diarmi will be wearing the armband. Diarmi will be wearing that armband. But Filippo picking up the ball, knocks it through to John Guidetti. Early doors. Oh, John Guidetti nearly bombed through the Manchester United defence. United looking a little bit unstable at this early start of the game, but Pack in the middle of the park, trying some tricky, trying to create some space for himself. He's tackled by Lamela. Lamela passes it on to Bonaperti. Bonaperti onto Yacine Benzir. He's through. He's closing on the United goal. He squared it for John Guidetti. 5 minutes gone. Manchester United are trailing to the mighty Hammers. What an absolutely sensational and selfless goal created by Yacine Benzir. He was through. He squares it to his teammate John Guidetti for an absolutely simple tap-in, but that all came from Park in the middle of the park. Literally, Park in the middle of the park. Or was it Pack in the middle of the park? He was so sloppy, looked really lackadaisical, gave the ball away to Lamela, and that was it. You give Bonaperti that much time and space, he will punish you. But United look like an animal who wants to strike back straight away. The ball's with Anderson, but what a tackle by Pogba. The ball's in with Lamela. Lamela into Benzir. He's bombing forward. He plays it back into Lamela. Lamela stretching his legs. He's opening up the turbos. He's gone past Nastasic. He's in the box. It's 2-0. It is a dream come true, surely, for West Ham United. 9 minutes gone. West Ham United are beating Manchester United 2-0. That is Lamela's 8th goal in all competitions. Absolutely sensational. Paul Pogba with probably the best tackle I've ever seen. Literally launched into Anderson on the edge of the box. Won the ball. Played it out so superbly and simply. And Lamela absolutely opened up the turbos on his leg and destroyed the Manchester United defence to give them an early 2-0 lead. But Sterling, left-hand side, covering by Kolka. Kolka moves in. Kolka takes the ball back. Absolutely sensational play there by Kolka into Filippo Bonaperti, who has too much time and space in the centre of the park. He squares it onto Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's opening up for Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's bombing forward. Surely he's going to take the shot, but he overruns it. A little bit of selfish play there. He could have passed the ball off. He neglected to do it. But United back on the attack with Pack. Inside the box. Pulls the trigger. Oh! We hold our breath there. It looked like it was a penalty. The referee waved play on. Unbelievable. I honestly thought that was an actual penalty. But Lamela and Butler going in, 2-footed on each other. Such is the passion of this game. Great ball fed through there by Filippo Bonaperti. Benzir's got the better of the United defence. Oh, Benzir. No, it's come to Lamela. Oh, my days. It's 3-0 after 44 minutes. Absolutely unstoppable. West Ham are unstoppable at this moment in time. The play is sensational. They tack with such ferocity. Lamela following up. Benzir had the goal at his beck and call. He failed to capitalise. It's absolutely brilliant. The West Ham fans are singing "We're Forever Blowing Bubbles." It's absolutely sensational, the atmosphere at Wembley. West Ham go off with a huge smile on their face with 2 goals from Lamela, 1 from Guidetti. Mascherano's walking off with his head held down. Manchester United do not look like a side who are even capable of scoring a goal at this moment in time. Absolutely sensational. Lamela, centre of the park, takes off the kick-off for the second half. Into Callas, into Seabright. West Ham are just playing joyful football at this moment in time. They can really have no pressure on them. They can sense that they can win the FA Cup. They can get to the FA Cup final. And at this moment in time, who would bet against them with a 3-0 lead? Great ball in. Great header there from Pack. And Butland makes a simple save. United with a free kick. Mascherano knocks it in long. Great control there by Pack. Pack's in the box. He strikes the ball, top corner. Oh, United have pulled back a consolation in the 66th minute. And Pack has 23 goals in all competitions this season. He's been a real handful in the Premier League. One of the best players in the actual Premier League. Linked with a lot of clubs. Real Madrid are rumoured to be interested in, along with Barcelona and the old lady Juventus. West Ham have not registered any interest in him whatsoever. They definitely have enough decent players on the park in those positions. But Locke's making some huge changes. On comes Eduardo, on comes Wilshere, on comes Gintelli. So hopefully West Ham are resting some big players because they have a first leg game against the old lady Juventus in the Champions League first leg semi-final, which would be sensational. But it's Kagawa down the right hand side, swings the ball in. Javier Hernandez, Chicharito's pulled another one back. 87th minute. This looks disastrous. West Ham were very lackadaisical there. Seabright gave too much space and time to Kagawa. He gets a fantastic crossing and Chicharito with a simple finish. But Seabright moving the ball forward into Benzir. Benzir into Eduardo. Looks like West Ham are just trying to run the clock down. Trying to keep it simple. Nathaniel Klein, right hand side. Nothing out on the wing. Cuts back inside to Gentili. Gentili into Eduardo. Eduardo with a delightful ball over the top into Gentili. Gentili into Benzir. He strikes. It's a great save. Oh my days. It's done. It's dusted. It's 4-2 to West Ham United. Yacine Benzir with his 15th goal in all competitions in the 90th minute has surely ended all hopes for Manchester United to dramatically come back and tie the game and take it into extra time. Fantastic play by Eduardo. The delicate ball over the top into Giannitelli, and the cross from the young lad was absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. And the finish, of course, was absolutely charismatic. Fantastic play by West Ham United. They stroll off at the full-time whistle. 4-2 winners over a very, very average, below average Manchester United side. You can see that they're ageing. They need to make a lot of wholesale changes. But don't take nothing away from West Ham. They were absolutely unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. And it sets up a dream tie against either Newcastle United or Norwich City for the double. So we have a match that's rescheduled against Swansea. Oh yes, and we get £711,000 from that game, and we have to make some major changes. It was a huge risk playing so many first teamers, so many of our big players just before the big game. We all love the FA Cup, don't get me wrong, I want to win everything. As the manager of West Ham, you know, we've won so many trophies. So many trophies. If you know how many trophies, post it in the comment section below. How many trophies have we won since we started this career mode? Leading up to this season, not including the trophies won this season, which would be the Copa Europe, which we beat Saint-Etienne 2-1, and the Barclays Premier League, which we have just won and secured, and now we're in the FA Cup FA Cup final after that unbelievable 4-2 victory. But we had to make a lot of changes, risk a few players in this game, because it does not get any bigger than playing Juventus on your own doorstep in the Champions League semi-final first leg. It's just unbelievable. Hopefully we can deliver the right result for the fans. Hopefully everything will go to plan. But who knows? You know, football's a funny old game. As Juventus breaking down that right-hand side with Asamoah, swings the ball into Lashin Traore. The 6'7" striker was out-muscled there by West Ham United with has to be said, with absolute ease. But Yacine Benzir feeds the ball back into Tremel. Tremel plays a delightful ball over the top, but he put a bit too much meat on it, and unfortunately it rolls into the keeper's hands. But Lamela, right-hand side, does a nice roulette, gets away from the Juventus player, plays a delightful ball over the top into Tremel. Tremel, first-time cross, into Gabbiadini, and it's a great save there by the Juventus goalkeeper. Juventus are a little bit rocking at this moment in time, but they're coming forward. Asamoah over the shot that is blocked. It comes into Marquisio. Marquisio, nice turn inside, into Asamoah again with the shot, and it's deflected over for a corner. Juventus are not sitting on their laurels. They're coming forward. They're bombing forward. Lashin Traore knocks it inside to Arturo Vidal. Vidal onto Asamoah. Asamoah onto Isla. Isla cuts the ball inside. Great cross. But again, Bruno Martinelli is there. A thunderous shot that came in from Marquisio, but Butland is equal to it. At this moment in time, you've got to say Juventus look favourites to take the lead as the ball falls to Lamela. Oh my days, Lamela! What a sensational 10th goal of the season in the 43rd minute. Fantastic header down by Gabbiadini. Lamela took a touch, it's on the volley, and he smashed it home into the bottom corner. Great header there. What a touch, what a finish, what an absolutely biblical player Lamela is at this moment. 3 big goals have come from Lamela, 2 in the FA Cup semi-final, and what a magnificent goal he has scored in the Champions League first leg. Sensational, absolutely sensational. And you can see the West Ham players looking very relaxed, looking very chilled. Trembles is speaking to Lamela about spreading the ball to his side of the field as they go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead. What an absolutely sensational piece of football that was. And the game is really quite even.
I used to dream about cars.